Hi everyone, welcome back again to my YouTube channel. My name is Kevin Saili, and in this YouTube channel, you're gonna have information about cryptocurrency, especially for the technical analysis. So before you start, make sure to subscribe this channel, and also if you do like trading crypto, make sure to subscribe this channel too. So guys, in this video, we're going to talk about the Bitcoin price that got rejected at the resistance level that we talked about yesterday. Yesterday, I also warned you that we see a rising wedge pattern and the breakdown already happened. So most of the time after the breakdown, we're going through a process that we need to see a retest for the resistance, and then this is gonna be the confirmation. So if the price cannot go break out again from the recent resistance, then it's gonna be some kind of like a confirmation that the buyers is not ready yet to pump the market. So in today's video, we're going to talk about it, and before we start, I would like to remind you guys again that we're gonna have a very important data that will come out this week, and it's gonna be the CPI data. So this data is gonna be a very important indicator for the US right now, I mean the US economy right now, and also for the next move of the Federal Reserve. So make sure to be careful, because for me personally, I prefer not to trade much before this data come out, because the volatility of the market is gonna be huge on that day. Because I also think that the CPI data is gonna be a very important for the next move for the financial market, especially the stock market and the cryptocurrency. So we really need to pay attention on this data, just to remind you, so you guys can be careful before you start to trade and before you start to taking any trades. Yeah, more like it. All right, so we're going to talk about the price section. The closing candle of yesterday actually indicating that the sellers is start to slowing down. Why do I said that? Because if you take a look here, we got 4 candles, red candles, and then yesterday candle closed at around $19,450. It's gonna be some kind of like a doji candles, yeah, some kind of like a doji candle, or maybe a spinning top. And then for me, this is maybe some kind of like a very early sign that the sellers is starting to slowing down. But the problem is yesterday is weekend, so the movement, I mean, we cannot really rely on that movement for gathering information, because the institutions is closed, the banks is closed, they're not trading, no big fund trading, no whales around, just a retail moving the market. So we don't really know until today's happened. So in today's opening market, especially for the dollar index, we see a price for dollar index is starting to going up again. But if you take a look at the hourly time frame, actually the buyers is not so good. I mean, the upside momentum is not so good. You can see there is a rising wedge pattern, and this is more of like a bearish scenario if the price break down from that support level. But then it's gonna be more like a corrective move. I mean, like, yeah, maybe you can see there's 2 wave correction and then another upside movement. So it's not gonna be very helpful unless the price drops so quickly and the momentum so fast. So if that is the case, then we're going to have a very good confirmation on Bitcoin price today. Because whenever the doji candle shows, I personally more like to wait and see stance. I mean, I prefer to have to wait for another confirmation for the next day candle. So for example, it's like this one, after 6 days in a row red candles, and then we got doji right at the bottom and near the support line, and then the next day candle is gonna be the confirmation. As you can see, there's a very long tail candle, which is indicating that the buyers is coming in. And then after that, we see the very green, the very big green candle. You can say this as a potential of Three River Morningstar pattern, or maybe even like a bullish engulfing. And then yeah, this is a very good candlestick pattern, I mean, for me. And it sometimes can leading us to potential of reversal, but as I said before, we need another confirmation on the next day. So there's some kind of like, for example, like this one, we see a doji candle, but then the next day we got a very red candle. So the next day we got still another potential of the downside pressure from the sellers. And for Bitcoin today, the pressure of the selling is coming back again, and until right now I made this video, the price of Bitcoin is around $19,200. I don't really know can we see a real rebound from this level, because if you take a look, this ascending triangle pattern already moved in a 5 wave, right? So it's gonna be like the A, B, C, D, E. So I'm kind of like expecting for the price to breaking out from that trend line, but we need a very important movement from the dollar index, which is the bearish reversal that we are talking about from the early of this video. So yeah, that's gonna be very important for us. This is a very important line for us, and I'm expecting a potential of rebound. Why? Because if you take a look at the hourly time frame, we are still holding above the trend line that I'm drawn in the daily time frame, and also for the hourly time frame. If you take a look again, the price actually kind of like making a lower low and a lower high sequence in the daily, in the lower time frame. Yeah, you can see the price is creating high and then lower low, lower high and then lower low, but then right at this trend line we see a very strong bullish engulfing pattern on the hourly time frame. And the very interesting part is not only that, we can see also from the RSI is showing us kind of like a bullish divergence scenario. So the price is creating lower low, but then the RSI is creating higher low. So it's supposed to be a very good indication that maybe this level is gonna be a very important support for us. So if you also take a look on the 4-hour time frame, before the price going up to around $20,300, we see the price showing us that they are holding around this level. Somehow the buyers kicked in from that price. So after a very impulsive move happens, we got the double top, and then the rejection happens and the correction happens, and as you can see, the selling pressure is starting to slowing down. Like I said in the earlier of this video, selling pressure come in and then sideways a little bit, selling pressure come in and then sideways, selling pressure, sideways, selling pressures, and then we are holding around that level. So what I really like to expecting is to see that the Bitcoin needs to show me or to show us that the Bitcoin that the buyers is attracted to this price. So how do we what do you call that? How do we identify that movement? So the very first thing that we need to take a look is there any buyers with the impulsive move? And as you know, as you see at the volume right now is showing that. So it's moving above the average for the volume, and then my expectation is if the Bitcoin can holding this level, and then you can see the price is going up, breaking that formation or descending channel, or maybe the falling wedge pattern. At least after the breakout happens, we need to see the volume come in, and then we need to see the price corrective move, and then show me again that the price can actually hold above the level. So whenever this happens, it means that we see already we already see that the price is creating a new higher high and then the potential of new higher low. So right after the break, I can personally considering to enter a long position on this kind of scenario. So that for me is the most reasonable and the most makes sense move that I have to take, and probably it's gonna be around Thursday. All right, so I hope the price can really holding above this trend line and then also above this major support, and let's see what's gonna be happening on CPI this week. So I think that's it, my update for the Bitcoin price. I hope you guys enjoy the content and get the information from what I said, and I'll see you guys again in the next update. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video, and also give me share me some comment. All right, cheers guys, and goodbye.